Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for this Friday: a local pub is celebrating 20 years in business, plus an exclusive interview with EKU's Matt Roan and the Weekender Report. All that plus more news, local sports, and weather. That's all coming up today live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, the Shell station in Mara today. The Madison County Sheriff's Office is investigating the case that they say possibly involves the man on your screen now. The man reportedly purchased items using a stolen credit card at the convenience store early this morning. Surveillance video captured a good shot of the man's face as well as the vehicle the suspect is believed to have been driving. If you recognize the person, you can contact dispatch Deputy Josh Foster, 859-623-1515. We have the story up now on our website on WBONTV.com if you'd like to revisit the photos and the number to call for the information about that suspect. Well, a Richmond landmark will host its 20th anniversary celebration this Saturday. Patrons, young and old, have frequented the Paddy Wagon over the years, and some might be surprised to know that the Main Street pub started out as a small bar on Water Street. Owner and manager of the Paddy Wagon, Chuck Fields, visited our studio to talk about the history of the pub and what to expect at the party this weekend.
You've probably heard the saying, everyone is a little Irish. Whether or not that's actually the case, that mindset certainly holds true if you visit the Paddy Wagon. The downtown Richmond staple has certainly grown a lot since its 2004 inception in the basement of the Family Dog building. This Saturday, the Irish-themed pub is celebrating its 20th year in operation in a big way. Owner and manager of the Paddy Wagon, Chuck Fields, spoke with WBON about the history of the popular bar.
Greg Farrell, a colleague of mine at the university, he and I both taught over in the Justice Studies. We went to Ireland and came back and said, let's open a little hole-in-the-wall place, no food, little faculty club, sling beers for colleagues and so forth. 20 years later, here we are. We gave ourselves about 2 or 3 years. Because, again, we were not businessmen. I think it's succeeded in spite of that.
If you talk with someone who's opened a restaurant or bar, chances are they'll tell you that it's not an easy path to walk. Whether it's high staff turnover rates or minuscule profit margins, there are plenty of factors that see businesses of this kind fail. In the case of the Paddy Wagon, there was an additional setback in the form of the fire that shut down their first Main Street location.
I moved up on Main Street, and in '06, a devastating fire completely destroyed it. You'll see the empty lots still there. But the fire was devastating. We weren't going to open back up. But we had I guess you could call it a loyal following, a lot of regulars. So we decided to open back up.
Fields tells us that he, along with original co-owner Greg Farrell, put a lot of their own time and money into keeping the Paddy Wagon up and running. Additionally, Fields, a former EKU professor, says he's proud of the fact that a sizable percentage of his employees over the years have graduated from EKU.
I've employed a lot of students over the years, and as an educator, I like the fact that by last count, I think 26 of my former employees graduated from EKU. And I work around schedules when I can, and so I'm very proud of that.
The 20th anniversary celebration will take place this Saturday, April 20th, and will see live music from an Irish band, games, and even some special menu items for the big celebration. For more information, you can visit the Richmond Paddy Wagon Facebook page.
Thank you, Richmond. You've been very, very good to us, and we appreciate not just the patronage, but the friendship.
Reporting for WBON Channel 9, I'm Gage Hill.
Thanks, Gage. Looks like it's going to be a great time at the Paddy Wagon this weekend. Well, earlier this month, a fire broke out around 12:30 in a commercial building at the corner of Main Street and Richmond Street in Mount Vernon. The building was locally known as the former Mount Vernon Signal Building that used to house the local newspaper. Berea firefighters responded to a call for aid from Mount Vernon to help battle that fire. This week, the City of Mount Vernon Mayor Tim Roberts expressed his gratitude to the Berea Fire Department for helping extinguish the potentially devastating blaze at the city's downtown. The Mount Vernon Mayor sent a heartfelt letter to Berea Mayor Bruce Fraley that was shared at this week's Berea Council meeting. Berea Fire Department Chief Sean Sandlin expressed appreciation for the letter, stating his department and the city strive to be a good neighbor and that he is certain Chief Bales and the Mount Vernon Fire Department would have done the same for Berea. You can read more on this story up now at WBONTV.com. Well, today marks the 249th anniversary of the battles of Lexington and Concord, the first battles of the American Revolution. In honor of that historical event, the Madison County Historical Society held a dedication ceremony today for Madison County's Revolutionary War Patriots Memorial. The ceremony was held in the Richmond at the Fellowship Hall of First Christian Church. Present at the ceremony, among many others, was Mayor Blythe, Sharon Graves, President of the Madison County Historical Society, and Sharon Mitchell, Director of the Madison County Historical Society. The keynote speaker for the event was Sherry Daniels, the Director of the National SAR Genealogical Research Library and Archives. The memorial itself is on display in Irvin McDowell Park. The names of the plaque are the people who provided service to the colonial cause during the American War for Independence and are buried within the current boundaries of Madison County. Well, 2 of Madison County Sheriff's Office canines have officially entered into retirement. The Sheriff's Office made the announcement Thursday evening, commending the brave dogs along with the officers they were partnered with. Patrol canines Bo and Tango joined the agency in 2019 and 2020 respectively, both with national certifications in criminal apprehension, narcotics detection, and tracking. During their watch, Bo and Tango were responsible for numerous drug arrests and seizures of illegal narcotics and money used for drug trafficking. Outside of their assigned shifts, the 2 canines could often be seen at local schools and community spaces, demonstrating the work of the Madison County Sheriff's Canine Unit. After years of making their community a safer place, Bo and Tango will each retire at home with their handlers and families. The Sheriff's Office also introduced 2 new canines to the agency, Bruno and Spike, who will serve with Deputies Hamilton and Kermeen. Congratulations on that retirement. Well deserved there. We're going to take a quick break. Weather a little bit different today. We've got Todd in the Weather Center going to give us a look at that forecast for the weekend. That's coming up next.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
Watch The Real McCoys, weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as The Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV, Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Had some rain out there in the bluegrass today. We've got Todd in the Weather Center going to give us a look at the weekend forecast. Here's Todd.
Hi, thanks, Gwendolyn. Yeah, it was kind of a nuisance precipitation today. Just some light stuff kind of off and on through the afternoon, but all of this will be exiting the region tonight, and then we're setting up for a dry and cooler weekend. Definitely chilly by Sunday. There's that line of clouds and some very light precipitation working through the Ohio Valley and the Commonwealth that will continue to slide to the southeast overnight tonight. So as that happens, again, the skies will generally clear out. It will be a gradual clearing trend, but waking up tomorrow morning to the low and mid 40s. So the temperatures this weekend will be below average by about 10 or 15 degrees. Next chance of rain doesn't move in until Tuesday, and the end of the month here is definitely looking warmer than average. So that'll be nice after this cool weekend. 61 on Saturday with some sunshine. Clouds fill in a little more Saturday night and Sunday as we drop down to 55. The wind's a bit breezy, and again, the wind direction matters. It's out of the north, and that's a cooler wind. And then as we head into next week, the wind's starting to pick up out of the south, and that'll allow our temperatures to warm up a little more next week as well. So that front for tomorrow will be situated along the East Coast and the Gulf Coast states, dragging out the shower and thunderstorm activity with it. So again, any precipitation that we had today, again, generally moving east and southeast of us overnight tonight, and sets us up for a pretty sunny Saturday, but then the clouds fill in late Saturday into Sunday as we see some shower and thunderstorm potential over the southeastern United States. As I mentioned, we will not see any rain until Tuesday. Here's our morning low temperatures around the greater Richmond area into the 40s. A little bit of a cooler day tomorrow, no question, even with that sunshine. As we top out in the lower 60s, these readings will be a good 10 to 15 degrees below average. More clouds on Sunday, and we do see those temperatures even cooler into the mid 50s. But next week we warm up with some showers and possibly some thunderstorms there as well.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 and WBONTV.com. Governor Andy Beshear has ordered all flags at half-staff on state buildings. That will be tomorrow, April 20th, in honor of Winchester police officer William Marty Jackson. Jackson, 73, a former chief and current sergeant with the Winchester Fire Department, suffered a fatal heart attack after responding to a call. Funeral services will take place at noon at the George Rogers Clark High School, followed by interment at the Winchester Cemetery. Governor Beshear encourages all individuals, businesses, and organizations, as well as government agencies, to participate in this tribute. Well, in southern Kentucky, 5 employees of the Whitley County Jail are injured after being attacked by an inmate. Williamsburg police responded to a call Thursday morning about that attack. Upon arrival, officers found Dylan Knuckles detained in a restraint chair. Police said Knuckles attacked the jailer and 4 deputy jailers. Williamsburg Police PAO Steve Hill said the jailer had a broken finger, 2 deputies were stabbed, and another 2 had broken ribs. He said Knuckles was brought to the Whitley County Jail for violating parole. No formal charges have been placed for Knuckles yet, but the PAO said he likely faces 5 counts of assault. Kentucky's medical marijuana program is getting a boost with the passage of House Bill 829 signed by Governor Andy Beshear. The bill accelerates the licensing timeline for cannabis business from January 25 to July 24, ensuring a smoother rollout. Previously, the tight timeline posed challenges as businesses couldn't grow marijuana without licenses, hindering product availability for patients. Under the new regulations, businesses can apply for licenses from July 1st to August 31st, with a lottery system in October allocating initial licenses. While growing can start by October, concerns linger about meeting product deadlines and demands by the program's launch in January. Governor Beshear acknowledges the potential for limited supply initially by views and new timelines a significant improvement, providing a 6-month buffer for preparation. The lottery system aims to ensure fairness and prevent lobbying, fostering equal opportunities for applicants. The program plans 48 medical cannabis dispensaries licensing across 11 regions, ensuring access for patients with qualifying conditions. Caps on license prevent market saturation, with potential for expansion based on the demand and additional quality conditions in the future. Patients with various debilitating illnesses, including cancer, multiple sclerosis, chronic pain, epilepsy, nausea, and PTSD, will benefit from the program's implementation. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Dawson Rule up next with sports.
Join the City of Richmond and the local recycling center for Free Shred Day on April 26th from 3 to 5 p.m. located at 550 Recycle Drive in Richmond. Last April, over 9,000 pounds of paper, equating to over 90 trees, made its way through the center, and the hope is this year's event is even higher. Shred Day takes place on April 26th from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Richmond Recycling Center. For more information, follow the City of Richmond Community Information Facebook page.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
When the possibility for severe weather is a threat, it pays to have an expert on your side. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration want you to know that your home is their top priority. When the storms have left you with more questions than answers, Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is there to walk you through the process and offer free roof inspections and estimates. From wind and hail, fire and smoke damage, commercial and residential. Trust Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook to learn more.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we make it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. Offering single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from surgical implant placement and restoration, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. And we now have the Cone Beam 3D technology for taking scans of the jaw. For your next dental appointment, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on Friday's edition of Sports. Catch up on some local baseball and softball scores, and also there's a big college baseball series this weekend in Lexington.
For Friday sports, I want to still give some more spotlight to now departing EKU Athletic Director Matt Roan, who is headed to James Madison to become their AD in a few short weeks. Roan, in an interview with WBON, spoke about the process of choosing JMU and more about the help he was for improving EKU athletics during his time in Richmond.
Jeff Bourne has been the AD at JMU for 25 years, and an incredible run, tons of success, does it in a first-class way, and announced in September that this would be his final academic year. And so you knew that this one was out there, you knew that it was open, but really the last several weeks are when things got cranked up, and they ask you to have a phone call, they invite you to campus, and then it feels like you hurry up, and I keep saying hurry up and wait, but it was really like wait and then hurry up instead. Just a very well done search. Have appreciated the opportunity to have dialogue with the President McFadden here, kind of as I weighed the decision, as I talked with my family. But this is, again, a great opportunity, a place that's special to us, and a part of the country that's special to us, a state that's special to us, with just tremendous potential and an incredible trajectory of that institution in athletics. When you talk about decisions to play in COVID, you know, first and foremost, we wanted to make sure that the health and welfare of our student athletes was of supreme importance. We wanted to make sure that as we potentially made a decision to move football to the spring, how could we support at that time 16 programs in one weight room and one training room? And so a lot of those decisions were, again, it wasn't about football, it was holistic, and I still think that we made the right decision. We played 9 games. We had the opportunity to raise a trophy over our heads at the end of that year, and I think that our student athletes would tell you the same, that the best decision that we ever made was that one. It put our football program on the trajectory to win a conference championship 2 years later, but even more, it allowed us to go through the spring of 2021 managing 15 programs instead of football being that 16th. 200 plus student athletes instead of 350. And so I firmly believe that that was the right decision.
Thanks again for all the athletics improvements, Matt. Best of luck with the Dukes. Eastern's latest big-time basketball commit, Micah Davis, is now one of 6 finalists for the Indy Star Mr. Basketball Award. The Mr. Basketball Award is given to the senior who receives the most votes from the state's high school coaches and media. Davis is going to be a big piece for Eastern's basketball in the near future, and hopefully he can help lead the Colonels to an NCAA tournament here soon. Let's run down some local scores from baseball and softball last night. Starting with baseball for once, Madison Southern run-ruled Pulaski County 13-3 with Aiden Lilly having 2 hits with 3 RBIs. Model beat Cavalry Christian 11-1 behind a 3 RBI game from Kellen Burchett and a 3-hit game from Beckett Parker Noblet. And Berea beat Jackson County 9-3 with Tommy Banderman leading the Pirates with 3 hits. Now over on the softball side, Berea played GRC and had a tough loss, 16-0. Model lost at home to Shelby County 18-2, but Madison Southern pulled out a win, 6-4 over Rockcastle County at home, led by Anna Kate Crest with 3 hits. Remember this weekend, the number 3 Kentucky Wildcats baseball team hosts big rival, the number 2 ranked Tennessee Volunteers, all weekend long at Kentucky Proud Park. The series will have big implications as UK currently is atop the SEC East standings, and Tennessee is creeping right behind the Cats, looking to take the number 1 spot. Tonight's first pitch is at 6:30. One more UK note, new women's basketball coach Kenny Brooks has found his new assistant coach and director of player development in Kendall Dillard. Dillard arrives in Lexington after serving the last 10 years at Virginia Tech, including the last 8 under Coach Brooks. In his decade in Blacksburg at Virginia Tech, he's been a part of 4 NCAA tournament appearances, including the Final Four in 2023. The UK women's program is starting to gain some momentum under Coach Brooks, with tons of new commits and coaches coming in to help grow the Wildcats women's program. That's going to wrap up today's sports report. This is also Rule with Madison County sports coverage.
WBON TV's Michael Watkins sat down with Roan yesterday, and the full interview will be posted later this evening, where Roan talks about his 4 years at EKU, including things he wants to accomplish that he wasn't able to, the hardest conversations he's had when telling people he was leaving for James Madison, and more. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got Samantha in with the Weekender. That is coming up next.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look. Thanks. Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here?
Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
As spring begins to warm up the temperatures around the area, that means more opportunities to get out and enjoy the outdoors. Here to tell you all about some local events that'll allow you to do just that is WBON TV's Samantha Burford with this week's edition of the Weekender Report.
Hello everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Weekender Report for the weekend of April 19th. This weekend, we have some new events and some outdoor events that are back this spring. So, let's get this weekend started. How about an adult spring break campout with homegrown hideaways? It's an outdoor weekend adventure in Berea, Kentucky. It's to celebrate sunshine and longer days. There's plenty of space to walk, explore, and hang out with other campers with the beauty of the mountains, babbling brooks, and some farm animals too. Get there on Friday to set up the tent, and on Saturday you'll start the day with a hike at the Pinnacles. And on the afternoon, you'll be kayaking, having a great excursion at Owsley Fork Reservoir. Find out all the details of this outdoor adventure on the Homegrown Hideaways Facebook page. Celebrate Earth Day by getting your hands dirty on Saturday, April 20th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. It's a meaningful celebration of Earth Day as everyone will roll up their sleeves and dive into a day of upkeep of the community garden with Glades Garden Workday in Berea, Kentucky. Make sure to wear appropriate clothing and bring gardening gloves and any preferred gardening tools. Also on Saturday, April the 20th, it's the gathering at Kirksville Community Center. Join them for unique crafts, lots of Kentucky Proud products, direct sale vendors, homemade food to buy and enjoy. This year marks the 15th annual spring gathering, and they have 35 vendors and food trucks for everyone to enjoy from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Whitehall State Historic Site is having their next history lecture called Bibles and Bowie Knives, where you'll learn about the partnership of Cassius Clay of Whitehall and the Reverend John G. Fee. This event talks about the struggle for freedom and education in antebellum Kentucky and how they formed Berea College. They survived attacks and mob violence, but the two men eventually had a falling out. Get your tickets for Saturday, April 20th, 6 to 7:30 p.m. It's on etix.com. Get your family together for a fun family activity, building fairy houses with the Forestry Outreach Center at the Pinnacles in Berea, Kentucky. Help build our forest fairy friends' homes with natural materials where you can bring your own, find some in the Pinnacles, or use whatever they've already collected. The houses can be added to our natural woodland playscape at the Pinnacles. This fun family event happens on Sunday, April 21st from 2 to 3 p.m. and it's weather dependent. Watch our weekend report every Friday on WBON TV to find out what's happening in Madison and all the surrounding counties. Make sure to send us your event each week so that we can share your event with the thousands of WBON TV viewers. Thanks for watching this edition of the Weekender Report for the weekend of April 19th. I'm Samantha Burford.
Joining us, have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you Monday live at 5.